Hello, welcome back to the dwarves. We're going to continue exactly where we left off, and that was just before heading into this town.
You see a flickering light through the trees some way from the path. It might come from a campfire.
Whereas I thought it was a town. Sneak. Just walk up. Still aren't really known for their sneakers, so let's just...
You walk towards the
casual
fire
about
with
it.
confident strides until you finally make out three broad-shouldered men with axes. Two rabbits are sizzling over the fire. The men are joking with one another, but you can only understand the odd word. They haven't noticed you yet.
This sounds like trouble. Okay, let's think about it. Approach them, talk to them. They might be bandits, probably get murdered. Try to creep up to them and eavesdrop. Should go over two ways. They find me, they're bandits, I get murdered. Or I just find out for sure that they're bandits. Creep back to the path and continue your journey. But then they might not be bandits. Let's
You
be
sneak up on
sneaky.
the men until a thick branch breaks loudly under your boot. You realize, terrified, that the men's voices have fallen silent.
Oh, I
The
knew it wasn't
men
going to go
jump
well.
up and grab their axes.
Who's there?
You stay silent, but the men have already become suspicious.
There's something there.
All three peer into the darkness, and although they haven't seen you, they eventually begin to move in your direction with axes raised.
Not the
You
best
turn
choices here.
around to take flight. That moment, another man steps out of the shadows and aims his axe at you. You recoil alarmed. You step into the light of the fire, your hands raised in a conciliatory gesture.
My name is Tungdil. I'm only...
Well, I'll be. Is that a groundling?
The men look you over suspiciously.
What's a groundling doing creeping around here? Are you after our gold?
I bet you was hoping to slit our throats once we fell asleep, subterranean scum.
Wow, okay. Well, this is going badly. Not a murderer, I just wanted to see why there was a fire burning. Showing a crap on you, you should shoot. Ooh, or put down your weapons. Are we forced to wield mine? I think we have to
Your
try and
heart
play
is
nice.
pounding, and you confront the man a little more courageously than you feel.
I'm no thief, and I'm certainly no murderer. I only wanted to see if...
Pah! All groundlings are thieves and good-for-nothings.
He's
You find it
racist.
difficult to take control of your voice again.
Have you met many dwarves?
Enough to know that you're all dirty thieves.
I think about it. Again, just trying to play nice. I'm dwarf. I don't use my axe for chopping down trees. That. I think the way it's going is we try and.
Now consider this.
Yeah.
I am a dwarf with an axe, and I don't use my axe for cutting down trees.
The men are visibly unsettled and lower their axes.
They respond well to threats, do they? I thought so. I'm tempted to pick just to hear the voice acting.
I thought so.
You turn your back on the men and walk back to the path confidently. You don't hear any steps behind you, and only once you've put distance between you do you dare look back over your shoulder. None of the men have followed you. You sigh with relief. It could have ended up a very painful experience if you'd provoked the men or shown them any weakness.
Oh, I'm still on. I need a minute to get over that. I don't know why it's as funny as it is, but let's continue.
You reach the banks of the Warder and can see Axeldale on the other side, but there isn't a bridge for far and wide. The fishermen's boats glide over the water, which sparkles in the sun. None of the men seem to notice you while they throw out their nets.
I reckon call over near fisherman and ask him to take you across. Or
You look
let's
at the
enjoy the
cold,
scenery.
dark water. The current seems so strong that they could carry off even the most experienced of swimmers. And you aren't even a mediocre one. You once read a legend in a book. Elria, the goddess of water, did not like the children of the forge and cursed the dwarves, so that they would drown in any waters beyond their kingdoms.
Well, that's
The
unkind.
main reason that dwarves avoid water to this day.
I suppose we'll call over
You
the
call
fisherman.
to the nearest fisherman. He looks across at you briefly before turning away and getting back to his work. You're going to have to find another way of crossing the river. You leave the peaceful banks of the river behind you and continue on your way.
I suppose the only real other way to cross is over here.
You look down on a large village on the banks of the Warder. Some of the village is built on stilts in the river. A wooden bridge spans the fast-flowing water. A huge wooden palisade has been erected to protect the village from attack.
Let's
The guards on the
make haste.
palisade are watching you. Their armor looks well cared for and well made. The smith who made them knew what he was doing. You conclude that the men depend on the protection the armor offers and aren't just wearing them to look good. They're certainly not villagers.
So it's a militia. Proper town guards. And a loading screen. Ah, these screens do take a while. But it's getting there. It's getting there. I wonder why it's gone like this. Is this going to end up... Wah! Oh well. That happened. Let's avoid the fires.
Some of the guards begin to whisper as you near the gate.
Hello up there!
Oop. What happened there? Anyway, what brings you to good Fairwater? And have you seen any orcs on your travels, groundling? The man leans over the palisade, eyes you up and down carefully. Let's ask
Goodwater is
nicely.
well known for its hospitality.
A fact that you've just made up yourself.
Let me in, and I will tell other travellers all about it.
I regret to inform you that we cannot allow you to enter. The gates stay closed once night has fallen.
There is certainly no regret showing in the man's face.
Thanks, mate. We could bribe him. I mean, we've got plenty of money. But let's see if we can't talk our way in first.
The orc heads on the spears look fresh, a fact that causes you unease for more than one reason.
Those won't scare orcs away.
I hope not. The more orc heads that end up on those spears, the more gold coins that end up in our pockets. Right, boys? Yeah! That's right! Yeah! We've killed our fair share of orcs and know how to motivate them. those ugly mugs will spur them on, and then they'll perish in front of our gates.
Two
I
things
suppose.
become clear to you. Firstly, that the mercenaries the villagers have hired are excellent at killing orcs, and secondly, that they sadly have no brains at all.
When did you kill these orcs?
Yesterday, we caught a couple of their scouts first. The others tried to take revenge in the evening. Let's see who'll turn up today.
Do you
Yeah.
want me to be mauled by the orcs? Let me in.
You're pleased to notice that your voice sounds more accusatory than worried. The free peoples of Girdlegard have always stood side by side against the beasts of Tion. The mercenary seems to weigh up his options, but then shakes his head.
Put a few miles between yourself and us, and then you should be safe. As safe as you can be these days.
Oh, an ass. It's going to come down to
I've
bribery.
got 20 pieces of gold here looking for a taker in the village.
Ah! One of your folk might leave his post for 20 pieces of gold, but I say, clear off, groundling. The gates stay closed until tomorrow morning.
But...
The double gate
can
is
look at
made of
the gate.
strong planks, sturdy but still much less solid than the fixed parts of the palisade. Security has been forgone here for practical reasons. Never a good idea when building fortifications.
Indeed. Is there anything else we can spot? Ooh. Some
Orc
skulls.
skulls.
You're not sure it's wise to taunt the beasts with the severed heads of their fellow kind.
Anything else? It's pretty handy being able to poke the square button and see all the
As you get closer to part of the
examinables.
palisade, you hear whispering from the other side.
Psst! Groundling!
You look around and reach the palisade with a few quick steps. No one saw you. You see one of the mercenaries through the gaps in the palisade. He looks around nervously.
40 gold pieces, did you say?
cheeky.
Who are you? Why are you helping me? Not everyone is paid as well by the villagers as our honourable commander. And you're a dwarf. Dwarves and orcs are deadly enemies.
The young man looks around nervously.
So, how about it? 40 gold pieces and I'll let you in.
Yeah, I'm gonna even on the other side. I'm gonna stand out pretty hard.
If I spend the night out here, I might be killed by orcs, but if I sneak into the village and get caught, I'm dead too. It's not worth it.
Then do what you want.
The young man behind the palisade moves away and makes an over-exaggerated wink to a comrade, to make sure everyone knows he has nothing to hide.
Nothing suspect going on here. Wink, wink. Okay, can we start moving? Hello. Okay, so now that that's sorted out and I can walk around again, let's go see what we can see. So
Is this to
bush.
be your bed for the night? A flat, cold hollow under a bush?
Let's see what else other options we have. A little fire, and we got the wall.
The wooden
look at the wall.
palisade encompasses the whole of the large village and is guarded by many men in armor. The stronghold has been constructed in haste, probably only over the last few days, but the work is sound, and uninvited guests should find it difficult to gain access.
And the fire.
You think about waiting by the fire until the morning. At least you wouldn't have to go cold.
Is there no other option? I suppose it's better to hide
Is
a
this
little
to
bit.
be your... You hardly slept a wink during the night. The cold had you gripped to the bone.
Better to freeze than give orc archers an easy target.
True that. And then when orcs have come along, murdered those fools that didn't let me in, I will skip through the town and continue my way. No. No orc
An
attack.
uneasy feeling has been your constant companion since you left Goodwater. Every little sound in the forest makes you fear you've been discovered by a horde of orcs. But you reach the end of the day without bumping into any of the greenskins. It seems as though Vrakas has granted you one more day in Girdlegard. As night begins to fall, you pass a large oak tree and decide to call it a day. Near the oak tree is an abandoned camp with a fireplace, which appears to be a couple of days old.
Yeah. So, set up camp at the old fireplace to fall asleep. Put up camp in the old fireplace, but try and stay awake. Or set up camp hidden in the crown of the old oak tree. So it's hiding up a tree. Staying up a bit. I reckon it's gonna... I think better to play safe.
You swing yourself up the trunk and then pull up your baggage after you. You're prepared to sleep in a tree like a bird if it means escaping the orcs' attentions.
That's one way
You
to play
sling
it.
your rope twice around your stomach and the trunk of the tree to stop you from falling accidentally.
Okay,
You close
that's,
your eyes and dream. You see North Pass and smell the fresh, icy wind that sweeps over the peaks of Great Blade and Dragon's Tongue. But the harmony is interrupted by the hideous roar of an unending flood of orcs throwing itself unceasingly against the fortification. You smell the disgusting green blood of the orcs and taste the rancid fat of their armor on your tongue.
Yeah.
The bitter taste becomes stronger until it's unbearable and wrenches you out of your dream. You open your eyes and are surprised at the brightness as a glance at the sky confirms that it's still night. Your eyes move towards the ground, and what you see makes the blood in your veins freeze.
How bad is it? It's going to be bad, isn't it? But how bad's bad? That's pretty bad. And it just seems to get worse.
I am Synthras of Son Balsur. My master, Nod On the Doublefold, ruler of the perished land, has elected you, the lords of Taboribor, to be the sword that conquers the south.
You mean you want us to put our necks on the line and be killed by some magus?
Lord Yonan and the others will be taking
Good
care
orc
of.
voices.
Your task is to create a diversion in the south until my master's plan succeeds.
And which of us is the leader?
The one that conquers the most land.
So Kragnar will be the new Grand Lord.
He glares at Ushnots and Bashkug.
That's some pretty cool
Kragnar Shore tribe will conquer the most land.
That's a pretty cool voice.
We will overwhelm the cities of the Red Bloods quicker than you can suck the marrow from a bone.
We shall
Charming.
see.
You can't believe what you're hearing. If the beasts of Tion ride into battle together, catastrophic cycles lie ahead for Girdlegard.
Bad times. Another load screen. Where's fun?
The night in the oak tree was the worst of your life. You spent every single moment afraid that you would be found and savaged by the orcs. But as the first rays of sun broke through the treetops, the orcs abandoned their camp and left without discovering you.
I think we should just try and get out of the way now. Whoop. And I think at that point we're going to end this episode. So thanks for watching and see you next time.